Exo are aliens that have come to Earth from exoplanets to protect us from harm and the Red Force, but we'll get to that later. For now, all you need to know is that each Exo member has a unique superpower that they use to spread good. Suha has the power of water, Shomin has the power of frost, Lei has the power of healing, Baekhyun has the power of light, Chen has the power of thunder, Janil has the power of fire, Dio has the power of force, Kai has the power of teleportation, and Sehan has the power of wind. Former member Luhan has the power of telekinesis, Chris has the power of flight, and Tao has the power of time control. Exo's history MV shows them flying through space in their spaceship and then landing on Earth. In the Mama MV, there is a long intro that plays.
When the skies and the grounds were one, the legends, through their 12 forces, nurtured the tree of life. An eye of red force created the evil which coveted the heart of tree of life, and the heart slowly grew dry. To attend and embrace the heart of tree of life, the legends hereby divide the tree in half and hide each side. Hence, time is overturned and space turns askew. The 12 forces divide into two and create two suns that look alike. Into two worlds that seem alike, the legends travel apart. The legends shall now see the same sky but shall stand on different grounds. Shall stand on the same ground but shall see different skies. The day the grounds beget a single file before one sky. In two worlds that seem alike, the legends will greet each other. The day the red force is purified and the 12 forces reunite into one perfect root, a new world shall open up.
The 12 legends are the 12 original Exo members. The Red Force try to destroy the Tree of Life, causing the 12 legends to split the tree in half in an attempt to protect it. The two different worlds with the divided 12 legends represent the Exo M and Exo K subunits with 6 members each who promote in China and Korea respectively. By two worlds being kept in a single file, the narrator refers to an eclipse. Eclipses are common motifs seen in Exo MVs and usually are a source of Exo's power. The MV foreshadows that a new world will open up the day the Red Forces purify and the 12 forces reunite. The following clip is an opening VCR from Exo's third concert, Exordium.
However, we people are sometimes very dangerous. We care about each other, but we also hate one another. When one's truth collides with others' truth, so many things get destroyed. Is that why? This is the reason why we have them. From now on, I will tell you from when they have existed and where they are. And the proof lies all around us. First, they have long been with us. The 9 stories that I will tell you from now on is a truth that people did not know.
Exo members have landed on Earth thousands of years ago and have been helping humans ever since, protecting us from the dangers that we have created like war. There is also this object in the VCR revealed to have landed on the moon, which looks like it could have been a piece from their spaceships from the History MV. It is important to note that they are all separated from each other. Sometimes they have been shown to look for each other, as seen in the What is Love MV. Over time, EXO begins to indulge in human activities and slowly become humanized. In the Coco Bop MV, their powers are becoming weakened as EXO are becoming more human. You can also see them doing drugs, a human indulgence, and seeing hallucinatory visions like burgers flying in the air. This is continued in the Lotto MV, where EXO members are practicing more illegal activities like cockfighting and gambling. In the MV they try to save a girl who has been captured by the enemy, presumably the Red Force. At the end, they are captured by SWAT forces and the girl runs free, so she could have been betraying them. Maybe the SWAT team and the girl are both part of the Red Force who set up this plan as a plot to capture EXO and extract their superpowers. After their capture in the Lotto MV, there is a VCR from their performance at the Net Asian Music Awards in 2016 in which EXO are passing through a kind of detector that determines if they are human or not. Because EXO have lost their powers over time and have been slowly humanized, they pass as human and the Red Force captures them, dressing them with collars. In the Lucky One MV, EXO are being experimented on by some robots disguised as women. Their red visors imply that they are from the Red Force. EXO suddenly get their powers back and use them to escape the facility. When they use their powers, the robots explode, perhaps implying that the Red Force did not know they had superpowers and the robots malfunctioned due to not being able to process this fact. At the end of Lucky One, it is revealed that EXO are just running in the same maze scene in the Overdose MV, released 2 years earlier. In Overdose, EXO are struggling to get out of the maze, but end up finding their way to the center at the end. In the VCR from their performance at the 2014 Net Asian Music Awards, it is revealed that only 10 out of the 12 EXO members escape the maze, while 2 are still lost inside. This is because EXO members Chris and Luhan left the group. After escaping the maze, EXO members are separated yet again. They are living their human lives in 10 different cities around the world listed here. This is the beginning of Pathcode era. Several things happen in the Pathcode teasers, but the main idea is that there is an eclipse, which gives EXO their superpowers, and a signal is sent to each of them that they must meet each other. Probably to defend the Earth from the Red Force. Besides EXO theory, the Pathcode teasers hid a lot of information within them. In Kai's Pathcode teaser, there is a hidden announcement to follow Twitter user Pathcode EXO, which tweeted out cryptic messages and codes during this time which would unlock secret teaser pictures. Additionally, the names of the 10 cities that EXO were in spelled out the name of EXO's next title track, Call Me Baby. Okay, back to EXO theory. In the Power of Music album, a repackage of EXO's 4th album The War, there were collectible pages of a 15-page comic. The comic starts with Baekhyun in the water, a scene shown at the end of the Power MV, which we will see later. Baekhyun thinks that something has gone wrong and flashes back to the day EXO members met after the Pathcode teasers. This is apparent because EXO are wearing the same outfits in the comics as they were in the teasers. In the flashback, they are stopping some trucks and killing some criminals, who probably belong to the Red Force. Then they discover that there is one more truck that they had missed and stop it, turning it over on its side. Suho tries to open one of the cargo boxes, but something is wrong and he is unable to open it. Instead he asks Dio and Baekhyun to come inspect the truck. The flashback ends and Baekhyun thinks something has gone wrong since the beginning, which will all make sense in a bit. One possibility is that the truck was owned by the Red Force and whatever was inside the truck captured EXO, which led to the events of the Monster MV. Another plausible idea comes from this panel in the comic where Baekhyun mentions a plan that he thought was perfect but ended up failing. The plan could have been to take down the Red Force, which is why they were tracking down these criminals. The Monster MV shows them rebelling against the Red Force, but they end up getting handcuffed and thrown into the back of a van. Baekhyun, dressed as one of the enemies, turns off the security cameras and frees the other EXO members. Baekhyun being part of the other team was all part of the perfect plan. In Monster, EXO lost because they didn't have their superpowers. This is because their powers were taken by the Red Force in the form of their power orbs. This is one of the power teasers, titled RF-05.
Booting system RF-05. RF-05 system activated. Activation success. Engage first combat on exoplanet number 1795. Acquisition of target's power orbs complete. Failure to obtain target's power orb of light. System filing for danger. Warning. Data updating. Initiating development of dispersion of power orbs. Development complete. Press switch to degenerate target into 2D in combat. supply switch with orb to activate all nodes of RF-05.
RF-05 is a robot created by the Red Force who stole Exo's power orbs. However, they are missing Baekhyun's power orb botlight. This is because Baekhyun was disguised as one of them the entire time in Monster, so they weren't able to steal his power. It is implied that the robot now has the ability to use the other members' superpowers. The teaser also mentions the robot containing a switch with the ability to turn Exo into cartoons. There is also a narrated introduction before the power MV.
The universe has transformed. Distorted space has been reassembled. Warped time has been reset. And the unpurified Red Force imbrues two suns with darkness.
The important idea from this introduction is that the Red Force is still unpurified. Recall the Mama introduction, where it said that a new world will open up only when the Red Forces purify and all legends reunite. This implies that the new world has not yet opened up. In Power, Exo are forced to use laser guns to fight RF-05 due to their lack of powers while RF-05 uses their powers against them. RF-05 reaches for its light orb but finds that it is missing, causing it to malfunction and create a dangerous energy beam. Chen reflects the beam back to the robot and defeats it, causing it to explode. After defeating RF-05, Exo retrieve their power orbs and get their powers back, but then a cat comes along and accidentally presses the switch left over from the robot's remains. This is the switch that turns Exo into cartoons, or degenerates them into 2D in combat. Then Baekhyun picks up the cat, saves Exo from the 2D world, and uses his light power to cause a solar eclipse. The eclipse strengthens Exo's powers, and everything is fine again, but the final scene shows Baekhyun falling back to Earth and landing in the ocean. Remember in the Power comics, it began with Baekhyun in the ocean saying something is wrong. The other Exo members probably have all also fallen back to Earth in different locations, so they are separated again. The Red Force was supposed to be defeated with the destruction of the robot and purified, but no new world has opened up. This is because a new world will only open when all the legends are united, but one of the legends from the other world is missing. Lay. Only 8 members of Exo were present in the Power MV, but 9 legends of Exo need to be united for the new world to open. The opening VCR of Exo's 4th concert, the Elixion, shows that indeed the Exo members are all separated on Earth again, and Dio writes a letter to each of the other Exo members.
月が赤く染まり、太陽と月が互いに遠ざかったい。君と僕はもう共にすることはできなくなった。大地の生命と土のぬくもりは消え、闇が残ったこの世界に僕らが共にできる場所はない。風に乗り流れていた草原の歌は命の息吹を失い、夢の中の現実に惑わされ、かつて燃え上がるように舞った筆ももう意味を見出すことができない。出口のない日常の迷路の中で自由を失った恐怖。どんな扉も僕たちをつなぐことは叶わず、闇を照らす暖かい光が見えるのは目を閉じている時だけになった。清らかな氷河の美しさは悲しみの涙に変わり、僕たちは後戻りできない喪失の時代の終わりに立っている。冷たい仮想世界の中、偽りの荒波の上をあてもなく漂流する僕ら。移ろうシーズンのせちりわせを向けて、僕らの涙でさえ彼らの渇きを癒すことはできなかった。赤く染まった月が光を取り戻し、太陽と月が再び出会う時、夜空とそして君の心に奇跡のような星が光る時、僕らは再び会えると信じ合う。数えきれない夜と星を越えて僕らが再び出会う。その今で。
A red moon occurs during a lunar eclipse when the sun and moon are aligned. The red moon separates Exo members from each other in a world with only darkness. The Exo members will unite after the red moon is over and the red-stained moon regains its light. In the other Elixion VCRs, you can see their different occupations and their separate lives on Earth. There are many doors in a single hallway. This is the parallel universe that Kai uses to teleport from place to place. Behind each of those doors is a different EXO member. Kai teleports to each member where they are on Earth and gathers them up, teleporting them to the same place. It appears like they are being chased by the Red Force and must run away. Perhaps the Red Force is also the cause behind the red stain moon. Not all EXO MVs fit into this EXO theory. This can be explained through the concept of parallel universes. This was first introduced in the Power teaser titled Parallel Universe, showing EXO as young men playing video games and simply reading about EXO in a comic book. This concept explains many things about EXO and how they can be aliens, wolves, schoolboys, cool guys, and football players all at the same time. The Love Me Right music video is special because it follows the concept of Alice in Wonderland. Love Me Right is proven to be a parallel universe because it is shown as another exoplanet, number 1563, as seen in the Power MV introduction. This is because the Love Me Right video was released on the 3rd of June, 2015. Planet number 1485 is the planet of EXO L, which was given the name on the 5th of August, 2014. The parallel universe teaser is on exoplanet number 2641. This implies that on the 1st of April, 2026, EXO will release another MV, which makes sense because 2026 is the year all EXO members will return from enlistment. This date could be when the legends will reunite and the new world will open up. Of course, no theory is ever true, including this one. Some people speculate that the Love Me Right video is connected to Lucky One, and that the rooms with Kai and Lei and them are the same ones at the facility where they experimented on EXO. Also, many people believe Lotto happens directly before Monster, and that in Monster EXO are fighting against government forces instead of the Red Force. There is another EXO theory which states that all EXO MVs are occurring in reverse order, which explains why EXO's superpowers are weakening with each MV. It is important to consider other theories too before supporting this one. For future reference, here is the timeline for this particular EXO theory.
완벽한 아름다운